What happens if you search 308025000 on Google? At the top, you'll find the Codex Leicester, a fascinating book often called the Book of the Future. Did you know that Bill Gates purchased this extraordinary manuscript in 1994 for an astonishing $30,802,500? Today, its price has skyrocketed to an estimated $80 million to $100 million. Just imagine, this incredible value is for a single book. And the person who bought it back in 1994 is none other than Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft. Well, what could he have found so valuable in this historic manuscript? This book contains insights into the future of science, technology, and education. Remarkably, the age of science we are living in today was envisioned in this book over 500 years ago by Leonardo Da Vinci. He was a polymath, a person who mastered nearly every field of knowledge. But what exactly does that mean? Imagine someone who was not only a brilliant painter, but also a scientist, inventor, engineer, mathematician, and even architect. How did he manage to be so good at everything? Did he have any sort of time machine? Or just an endless supply of coffee? Well, let's uncover this. "500 years ago, he made 240 sketches of human body. At the time, and there were no X-ray machines. Remarkably, these sketches align perfectly with the modern-day scientific illustrations. His curiosity and thirst for knowledge were so great that he would even visit graveyard to dig up the dead bodies, studying them to understand how the human body was constructed. All the sketches on your screen were made by him. We have seen many better cards in the movies or maybe in the seasons, but now let's take a look at this card which was designed by him at that time. He had an incredible imagination, so much so that it might seem impossible. Why do I use the word impossible? Well, let me explain. Okay, this is a map of Italy. How was it created? It was captured by a satellite. And this is a map from the 16th century, created long before satellites existed. He imagined the entire city, and after visualizing it, he crafted a map so precise that it perfectly matches the view of the city from above. At that time, there were no airplanes, drones, or tall buildings to view the city from such a height. He also designed the remarkable 33-barreled organ, capable of firing 33 bullets simultaneously. It was one of the greatest inventions of its time, showcasing his brilliance as an inventor. But this is just one of his many incredible creations. He designed various types of weapons and often wrote letters to kings, offering to create powerful superweapons capable of defeating their enemies. Well, if you're enjoying this content, please like the video and subscribe to our channel. The concept of modern tanks was inspired by Da Vinci's innovative designs. While the world witnessed the first helicopter in the 1940s, he had already created a detailed blueprint for how a helicopter could fly and function 500 years earlier. However, due to the lack of advanced technology in his time, he couldn't bring this visionary idea to life. Until now, we've learned that the Wright brothers pioneered aviation. But long before they were even born, Leonardo da Vinci had already designed a complete model outlining how a helicopter could fly. He had a great love for birds and would buy them just to set them free. One day, he wondered how birds could fly and dreamed of flying himself. To explore this, he designed a model and believed that if someone wanted to understand how birds fly, they would need to capture it in a way where every detail could be seen frame by frame. But how did Da Vinci manage to study and capture each frame of a bird's flight? Listen to this. He would keep a bird in a cage and then release it, observing its movements as it began to fly. By carefully studying each motion, he sketched the bird's flight frame by frame, gaining an understanding of how birds could fly. Using this process, He designed a flying machine and created its complete blueprint, which you can see. Sebastian Lenormand is credited with inventing the parachute, but it was Leonardo da Vinci who first sketched the concept of a person using a parachute. I was also amazed to learn that Anderson Nicholas used Da Vinci's parachute design to create a functional parachute. He then took it and jumped from a height of 10,000 feet without any modern safety equipment. People were astonished and surprised when he landed safely on the ground, proving the genius of Da Vinci's sketch. The most intricate and time-consuming project of Leonardo da Vinci's life was the Mona Lisa painting, to which he dedicated a remarkable 14 years. He used a brush finer than a single strand of hair. Some believe the painting represents a female version of himself, while others believe it holds countless hidden mysteries. Another of his famous paintings is The Last Supper, which depicts the final meal Jesus shared with his 12 disciples before his crucifixion. This painting captures the profound moment of togetherness and emotion during their last meal. Imagine Tesla's self-driving cars today, but centuries ago, Leonardo da Vinci had already sketched a model of a self-driving vehicle. He called it the self-propelled car. While the first car was officially made in 1886, Da Vinci conceptualized a self-driven vehicle over 500 years ago, long before the technology to build it existed. Now imagine if Da Vinci lived in today's world. With modern technology, he might have even designed a flying car. All these discoveries and mysteries, such as how birds fly and why the sky is blue, are recorded in this book, which was bought by Bill Gates for $30,802,500 and is now valued at $80 to $100 million. Leonardo da Vinci contributed countless ideas and discoveries, leading some to call him a painter, others a scientist, and yet others an inventor. Many argue he was not just an inventor, but also an architect. This is why he is often referred to as a polymath, meaning the king of every discipline. Look at Da Vinci's time. There was no advanced technology, yet he achieved incredible things through logical thinking and practical learning. You can apply the same approach to your life. If you want to be an architect, start creating models. If you aspire to be a data scientist, work with real-life data. And if you're aiming for a career in computer science, practice coding thousands of times. By adopting this hands-on and logical learning style, you too can achieve your life's goals. So, take the first step today and comment. I'm ready to start my journey, and tell us what you're working toward.